Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future. Trade in all our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our signals as long as you are on SIM. We're not responsible for your trade. We normally start at 10 o'clock, and now is 9:46. So we will start at 10 o'clock. Thank you. Good day, everyone, and welcome. The market is beautifully done today. Everything is okay. We have a problem on the resistance. We have a double resistance on the ES, which the ES having a problem with 52.72, and the Nasdaq is a matter of time before hit the institutional target, and it is a profit taken on 18,293. 18,293 is a profit taken on that number. There is a good potential target 1 and target 2 usually for the morning session, and there is a good potential also to hit the target 2. Institutional is 18,369. At this moment, the first target on the ES is 52.87, institutional number, but we're not getting there until we cross the double resistance. So it's very important to cross those double resistance in order for us to hit the institutional number. And it is really critical area. We need to cross it. So if you are auto trading, you should not allow your ES, doesn't matter where your auto trade come from, or if you are just a manual trader, you should not take a long trade from here. There is two options for, if you are manual trader, there is two options to take a trade. Is where is this line with a yellow number as a pullback re-entry. I hope you're not auto trading in ATR. The pullback re-entry is 52.53, and the pullback re-entry on the Nasdaq is 18,206. So those are the re-entry. Those are the re-entry trades for the ES and Nasdaq. If we look, the ES has been moving very good lately. And if we look at the controller, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of them Nasdaq, and then you have the second in a row, it is the ES, and then the YM, and then some mixed. But the Nasdaq is doing extremely well as always, and the ES is doing extremely well. I mean, the ES is 7,700, 7,700, 7,500, 7,200. This is a really, really good. For the other auto trade, we also we have a couple new auto trade will be releasing very soon. We normally use those two auto trades between 10 and 11 to get $1,000. So we're gonna go ahead and reload. Already made the first round. We're gonna go ahead and reload the ES, and we are going to reload the Nasdaq, and we will see now. Here you can see is 000, and here you can see is 000, and then we go into the front and wait on the trade, which is going to take a long trade immediately, and the ES is going to take short trade, and he did. And as you see, those auto trades are extremely fast. And we will keep you updated, and we need to look at the market, so we keep our eye in the market, and then we will as you see, the ES is struggling with the double resistance here. Once we cross this double resistance, we have another resistance at 52.83, and then we have the institutional target. The Nasdaq is going to hit the institutional number. There shouldn't be any problem with the Nasdaq. So we're just waiting on the ES. We're waiting on the ES to cross those double resistance. And that's why your Nasdaq is selling, holds still here, because despite the Nasdaq move separately, on the critical levels where the ES, if it gets stuck in one of those heavy resistance, usually the Nasdaq stops with it. So here it is, the Nasdaq is about to hit the target one, and then profit taking, and then probably try to reclaim recline to the 18,372. So we are waiting. Here it is, we hit the target, perfect. A little profit taking on that one, a little profit taking. And ES managed to break the double resistance, and we have a double resistance again, so be careful. Be careful with the ES. We are down 80 on the, welcome to trading, we are down 80 on the Nasdaq scalping. Okay, not bad. It's okay, not bad. You see the double resistance, fire the reversal. This is not good. Fire the reversal on it. And you can see when the Nasdaq hit target one, profit taken as we said. It's right in time. You see, target one, profit taken, and it's going back down to the 18,241, and the ES is coming to the 5261 as a re-entry. As a re-entry, be careful. We have a new signal on the Russell. We have a new now it's gone. We have a sell signal on the Russell. It's getting tight. Be careful. Don't get aggressive with long trades. It's getting very tight. This is a re-entry on the Nasdaq. And this is another re-entry on the Nasdaq, 18,219. The re-entry on the ES is only 52.62, only. The Nasdaq is still going in a circle. You can see the Nasdaq is not, this is the re-entry we told you. This is the re-entry, and we're still on the re-entry. And this Autotrade trying very hard to go with it left and right. It's going in a circle, not much going on. You can see how the ES, the Nasdaq came in exactly where we were expecting, and the ES came couple ticks above the line 52.62, and is struggling to break that resistance, the 52.73, and this is where we are on hold at this moment to see if the ES able to break that line. We're gonna try to go on the target one again, and there is a little weakness start showing up on the Nasdaq. So at the moment we're not going to hit the 18,000. The second one, this is the morning session, the second one is 18,371. It is the final for the morning session. Finally, the ES crossed it, and if you see where we told you to re-enter the market, between the line and the market was just a couple ticks, and I think the Nasdaq is finished. Again, you can see profit taken on target 1. Target 1, profit taken. And there is no short. There is no short. Just pullback re-entry. And now the re-entry is 18,253. And the ES is just struggling to cross the 52.83. It is a little bit struggling market at the moment. I don't like this dot. This number 2 is in red. I really don't like it. But the buyers over the sellers with the 6 different time frame, they went down a bit, but not scary yet. It could be just a pullback, but it's not scary yet. The thing is to predict before anyone else what's going on in the market. The Nasdaq will start getting stronger a little bit. Let's see if it's able to climb to target 2. We're still on that trade with the Nasdaq. We're still on that trade with the Nasdaq. A lot of small trades. A lot of small trades. Let's see if this Nasdaq able to break it. You don't have a short. Be careful. You don't have a short. Be careful. You have a re-entry on the ES 5268. Be careful. Long, re-entry long in here. 5269, 5268. We have a long trade in here. We can see the market start getting weaker, and we start seeing some red. So let's see if those numbers will hold. Even despite we have a short on that auto trade, be careful. We don't have short on the ES. The scalper on the ES took a short trade, but we don't have a short trade. But he took it from the top, from here. So, because it's a reversal scalper. Reversal scalper is not trading with the trend, so he took it all the way from the top. But, well, it's holding. The market is holding. Look, where we told you re-entry. And the Nasdaq is holding at those lines. So we are getting a little bit weaker here. It's a very rocky market right now. And the ES already took the a long trade as well. Okay, the market starts sinking. We're still waiting on the ES. Don't jump. Wait on the ES. Don't jump on the short. We need to see the ES crossing two lines. We need to see the ES. If the ES crossed that number and he crossed this double support, the 52.64, that means there is no more long trade, it's only short. As long as this ES above this, don't let it fool you. Do not let this fool you. Be careful. And if we look, the ES is holding on that one here, 52.68. And when everybody starts jumping into the short, this one here is going to hold right there. So don't jump on the short, but the market start getting weaker. If we look, the market analyzers start getting in red, and some other indicators start going in red, and the buyers went 2 notches right now. 2. And the same thing on the Nasdaq, 2 notches down, plus we start getting in red, so that's mean we are fixing to get into volatility. And it's going to be a rocky here. So be careful. The markets start getting running out of steam for a long trade, and this is where the confusion start among unprofessional traders, or they're not looking at the chart and they're just auto trading. This is now the market is a place to make you lose money on any kind of auto trade. Be careful, because the market cannot find direction and your auto trade cannot find direction. If the market cannot find direction, why you think your auto trade can find direction? So you gotta be careful when you are auto trading at this moment. Now you are getting into critical moment, and you're gonna be getting a lot of a small trade. As you see now, we're getting a lot of a small trade back and forth, and this is not good. This is not good to be like this. So be careful with that. Right now the market is like sideways, and you need to be cautious when you are auto trading. Your auto trade is not a dishwasher machine. So we keep our eye on the market. It's getting weak and it's collapsing, you know. And this is the $1 million question: is determine when the market is finished, when the market is out of the trend. And this is the secret in the trading, is determine when the market is running out of steam, whether it's long or short. Because when you are auto trading and you're auto trade taking a trade and you don't know the destination of that trade, then you are in trouble. So right now, whatever you made early in the morning, if you don't stop right now, any kind of auto trade, you're going to lose. Now, if you are in a trade, in a swing trading, it's fine. You're okay. You are way out, way out. You have the ES 9000, you have the YM 7000, you have the NASDAQ 14,000. You are way out. You don't care. But when you are scalping or manual trading, or you have an auto trade with a trailing stop loss, and all this, you know, now you are in trouble. Now you are in trouble, and you have to be careful with your trades. Our ES took a reversal. It was perfect with the other trades. And the NASDAQ also took a long trade, reversal, scalping, also brilliant. When everybody going short, those two auto trade go in the opposite direction. And that's exactly what we need. Okay, that's not, that's okay. It's fair enough. And also you have this luxury. You can see is you say close the trade here. If you want to, you can immediately shut down the trade and take your profit immediately. You don't have to do that much. Here, before I do it, the market did it for me. So when you see profit and you want to take over with the auto trade, you just click on the button. There is a new signal on the gold, buy, new signal on the gold, buy. The gold is 3,449. Mother of God. Jesus. You know, you think you've seen it all, and then the second day you come and you see some numbers you never, I mean, where were we with the ES and where we are right now with the ES? I mean, you always think you've seen it all, and then the market always surprises you. And here it is, 3,449 entry buy, you know. I've never been a fan of gold trade, never been. There is a trick with the gold if you are auto trading. The best time you can make money in the gold trade, if you are a professional, it is before the market open, 2 hours prior to the market open. You can get some really good entries on the gold. Really good entries before the market open. You know, every instruments have a unique personality, you know. And believe it or not, lately the CL is not performing in the US session. It's not really doing that good. It's going like plus minus, plus minus, plus minus. But you can find a good entry in the European hours on the CL than the US session. So there is always a little trick can make your life a little bit less miserable with the trading. You know, trading is not just getting up at 8:30, turn on your auto trade and go back to sleep. I mean, sometimes you have to understand what you are trading or what you are auto trading. Exactly, sir. Exactly. You have to be careful, you know, with those. At this moment, you have to be careful. And if you notice on the your Nasdaq on the 1 minute chart, you see those lights start lighting. That it means there is some people trying to buy. You usually find those lights turn on when you hit the fib, and here it is. There is buyers on the move, and that is gonna explode the ES, the Nasdaq to the target 2. Usually it is around 11 o'clock plus minus 10 minutes. And the target 1 right now is going to target 1 on the ES. So we recovered from a little lag in the market. We recovered. That's good. And here it is. We climb into the 6E. Also, there is a new signal buy on the 6E if you are interested in the future Forex. I don't know. So there we go. We're up again. And now it's 10:39. And the condition right now, the Nasdaq, most likely we're about to hit target 2. This is the morning session around 11 o'clock. So we still have 20 minutes to hit it, plus minus 10 minutes. The ES hitting the target 1 institutional number, profit taken on 52.87. Be careful. 52.87. Be careful. It's going to take a long. On a pullback re-entry, it's going to take a long. And it's taking a long. Perfect. That's what he needs to do. Taking a long on a pullback re-entry. So we're struggling a little bit with the resistance at 18,314, but we will manage to get out of it. And the ES, if you notice what happened in here, the Nasdaq is stopping on that resistance, waiting on the ES, to cross that double resistance. Again, the Nasdaq stop at critical point, waiting on the ES what to do sometimes. And sometimes the Nasdaq go ahead of the Nasdaq. Here it is. And now the Nasdaq will cross that line here. If the ES cross this double resistance, the Nasdaq is going to fly directly to the institutional number. Is 18,371. This is normally around 11 o'clock, plus minus 10 minutes. The Nasdaq on a 4 minutes got 17,000 into profit. The YM got 8,520 into profit. And then we have the ES 11,000 on the swing trading. This is really good. We need to see those lines crossed desperately. Desperately, we need to see those lines crossed. It's going up. It's trying again, retesting those levels on the ES, and the Nasdaq is trying to retest this one here and this one here. The market is retesting. Hopefully we cross it this time. The ES got stronger, is about to cross it. A little weakness on the Nasdaq, but hopefully we'll cross it. We're waiting to cross those two lines. As an example, when you are auto trading right now, it's not about the auto trade anymore. It's about the Nasdaq cross this one here. Has nothing to do with your auto trade. Your auto trade did the job and took a long trade, and the Nasdaq is struggling to cross this one here. So what I'm trying to say, not everything auto trade, and like what this one gentleman, he called me, he asked, any of the auto trade supposed to know it? Auto trade cannot know everything, you know. Auto trade cannot reevaluate the market in general. You can whatever you feed him, but you cannot feed him the whole market, and you cannot do that. You know, you have to have supercomputer with 20 IT people sitting on the other room trying to adjust the auto trade to the market. I mean, I've been there. We were trading the gold and I mean, you have an IT people sitting in the other room readjusting the auto trades constantly. And you are, as a person, solo, you cannot do that. You really cannot adjust the auto trade to the market condition. So constantly, you cannot do that. And right now, we finally broke those levels. And here, look, the ES stopped right at the institutional number. Profit taking, look at this. Can you see where it stopped? Profit taking on the institutional number. Every time it hit, it goes back. Every time it hit, it goes back. And by the way, those days work extremely good with Bitcoin. And okay, we finally crossed it. And now it's 10:46, 11 o'clock. We should be hitting target 2. And for the ES, it's not possible to hit target 2. Sorry to say that. It's not possible. Profit taken on target 1. The Nasdaq has much more beef to climb to the target 2. The ES will not able to hit it around 11 o'clock on target 2. Not yet. Once you hit the target 2 on the Nasdaq, you're done for the morning session. You go get yourself, enjoy your lunch, and you come back in the afternoon if you still have a stomach to trade. But once you hit the target 2 on the Nasdaq, there is nothing left. Usually when you hit the target 2, the market goes between target 1 and target 2 for 40 to 45 minutes, 30 minutes, and stay on idle. So there is nothing left when you hit the target 2. Doesn't matter what auto trade you are doing, whether scalping, swing trading, voodoo auto trade, doesn't matter what kind of auto trade. You will not be making money. Or manual trader, you will not be making money once we hit the target 2. You're done for the morning session. And we'll see. And it's climbing to the target 2. And it is a little bit struggling, but we climb into the target 2. Now it's 10:48. Can you see where the ES at? Target 1. Sitting right there. It's not moving. Profit taking on those numbers. It's sitting right at the target 1. It's not moving. And look, it's sinking. Look, profit taken on that line. Easy. You cannot challenge those. You cannot challenge those numbers. Those are extremely good also in the, if you are using it on Ethereum or Bitcoins, they are extremely profitable. You don't have to listen to a bunch of kids trying to analyze market that were born yesterday and now they wanted to analyze the market. And you can see the ES after it hit the target one, profit taking, and it's coming again to the re-entry point. You have a re-entry point at 52.75, the second re-entry 52.73. Those are the re-entry long on the ES. Watch those number, 52.75 as a re-entry, and the second one is 52.73 as a re-entry long. And the Nasdaq went back to the re-entry point. And look, this is the re-entry point. If you wanted to go short with the Nasdaq, you have to wait till the Nasdaq drop below the 18,270. You should not allow any auto trade to start taking short. Only if you have a light hands, you want to scalp the market, a few ticks here. I have some colleagues in Texas, they are on a stop loss 3-4 ticks on the ES, and that can be trading 200-300 trades a day on the ES. But they know what they're doing. You know, they take a couple of 3 ticks, take out, a couple of 3 ticks, take out. But this is a different style. They're very fast, light-handed, and you can see how the market came in right to the re-entry point and start taking off. The only time there is short on the Nasdaq if the Nasdaq went below the 18,268. For the ES, if you want to go short, the short has to be below the 52.69. You have to know how to split the chart. Where is the long, where is the short, and where is the gray area where you should not be trading sometimes. Now we are 10:53. We are supposed to get target 2 around 11 o'clock plus minus 10 minutes. It's 10:56. We set target 2 at 11 o'clock between at 11 o'clock plus minus 10 minutes. And look what time is it? 10:57. And it seems like ES wants to climb to target 2, but there is no chance for the ES to do that. And the Nasdaq is finished. I'm gonna override the Nasdaq close position. I override the Nasdaq and it is finished just because we are short on time, and it hit the target 1000 between 10 and 11 as always. So now it's 10:57. We're gonna stay to see when the Nasdaq target will hit. Thank you. Still 2 minutes to hit target 2. We said 11 o'clock plus minus 10 minutes, and here is your target 2. We're not that far from it yet. We still have few minutes. As I said, 11 o'clock plus minus 10 minutes. So we're gonna stay a little bit longer to see if it hits. Thank you. And here it is, 11 o'clock plus minus 10 minutes. And we hit target 2. And look at this. Look. Start sinking. You see? And now, above this target 2, there is a resistance. The market analyzer estimate the target 18,393. This is another system estimating where you need to exit on the Nasdaq. But if you notice, look where the Nasdaq stop, target 2. You see? From here and above those points here, where the amateur traders keep going long, you need to start thinking where you need to go short from. And if you notice, the Nasdaq stop right at target 2 has nothing to do with your auto trade. Nothing to do with your auto trade. It's no longer your auto trade valid to take any long trade above that. Now, sometimes the Nasdaq can go few bars here and there, but look at the accuracy where the target 2 came in. Even if they try to push it, they can push it 1, 2 bars and it's gonna collapse again. Getting to know the market, that will solve a lot of money for you. That will save a lot of money. It's not just auto trade. We don't need to learn price action, but what we need to learn how to read a chart. At least you have to be a little bit educated to know what's going on in the market, you know. You don't jump on an airplane and switch the autopilot and go to sleep. You cannot do that. And the same thing with the trading when this is money. And you have another guy sitting on the other side. You're not the only one auto trading. And you can see where the Nasdaq stopped. And the guy is taking a long from here. He might win it one trade and he might not. His chances are at the mercy if the market move 1 bar or 2 bars. And as you see, this is the 3rd bar on the Nasdaq at the target. And you can see the Nasdaq sitting right there and not doing anything. Target 2, finished. It might go to target 3 if there is more buyers, but your chances now 11 o'clock, 11:09 is very slim to hit the target, because target 3, the final target, is for the afternoon session and is all the way up to 18,493, and you're not gonna get it in the morning. You're not. Only if there is something, you know, on the news, something happened, you know, because you know, our president, he can move the market, if you want to say anything on the television, or he can move the market. But on the technical side, there is nothing we can do. And I will not take any more long trades in here, you know, because the market will collapse after a couple bars, maybe after 3 bars, I don't know. But if we notice, it's just sitting there, and the re-entry point on the ES is 52.87, right there. 52.87. The ES is trying to climb to the target 3, and it looked like he's gonna able to do that. And it is 11:10 is able to do that, maybe. I don't know. If he crossed this resistance, the 5300, there is a good potential to also the ES hit the target too. So this is a risk trade, but there is a possibility to hit the target too. Now it's 11.11, and the market is really strong in momentum. Everything is very strong. On the market analyzer, the buyers over the sellers, everything is strong. And yet the ES is struggling with the 5,300 number, and the Nasdaq is just holding on the target 2. And the longer it stays on the target 2, let's look at the ES if it's gonna cross. The longer the Nasdaq stay on target 2, the weaker will get. Be careful. So, as you notice on the target 2 Nasdaq, we have 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, 5, 6, 7 bars holding for the last 7 minutes. We need to see the ES crossing for the next. Look. We need to see the ES crossing that line. That will give a little boost for the Nasdaq. We need to see the Nasdaq, the ES crossing this line. That will give a boost to the Nasdaq. But here is the trick. Should we take a long on Nasdaq? No, you're done with the Nasdaq. You should not be taking any trades on the Nasdaq anymore. It is a time to think about your stomach, to go have lunch and leave this market alone. There is timing when you can trade and when you don't have to trade. Another thing, now we start getting red. It could be the 1 minute is not important because it can turn back to green. But you need to keep your eye on it. If we're gonna start getting the 1 minute in red, 2 minutes in red, 3 minutes in red, indicating the market is running out of steam, you know. And look how struggling the Nasdaq to cross, and profit taking, and taking a dive all the way to the 183 as a re-entry long. Welcome to trading. Not every guy selling Autotrade, he knows how to trade even a paper bag. Autotrade by itself, with those 2 new Autotrade we're coming out with, they are brand new Autotrade. With those 2 new Autotrade, we'll have like 21, 22 Autotrade in your package. 22 Autotrade in one package. It's not about auto trading, it's about how to manage your Autotrade and how to read the market and get the proper education when it comes in your package. You don't have to pay for education. And here it is. Now the ES is trying. If you notice, there is a star right under the bar. When you are trading, you will be thankful for those bars, the stars under the bar. When you have the star under the bar, that means the market is getting, there is a possibility to get a little bit farther with your trade. If we notice here, if you have a star under the bar, star under the bar, star, 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 and the stars here disappeared. You see? The stars here disappeared. So when you have the star, it's like you're getting a little boost. And when the stars start disappearing, this means your bar, your next bar possibility to be to the downside. Be careful. Everything in that chart, we've been programming for over 16 years. 16 years of programming. You know, it's not from yesterday. And The whole idea is to land your aircraft in a dark airport with no lights, and you land it safely. And those charts are your instrument landing in an airport where there is no lights, and you need to land safely. And that's what is the whole trick about indicator. It's not indicator, it is the whole thing, how to put everything together to make it one system, one language, and all the indicators speak in the same language. It's not just you just glue indicators and then you have a chart. Everything has to have meaning in the chart. And now if you notice the trend exhausting at the bottom, switching to short, the trend exhausting, switching to short, and all this right now here is no longer above the target 2 relevant. It's not tradable anymore. Maybe you might get a couple bars and 3 bars into profit, but technically it's not tradable anymore, the Nasdaq above the target 2. Sometimes not on today, but sometimes the Nasdaq can have potential to go on target 3. It's not unusual. It happens sometimes. The Nasdaq go to target 3 in the morning hours, but look at it. It is sitting in those area here, and you should not be trading it. You should not be trading it. You should be going for lunch, you see? So, folks, that's all what we have for you today, and we thank you very much. And we will keep the screen running, but I'm done for a few more minutes to see what will happen. Thank you.